I was swimming with manatees.
How was that?
It was fucking awesome.
The water must have been freezing.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? You know what I was thinking about?
What?
So when the Europeans came to the Americans and saw them, they thought they were mermaids. Do you think any of them ever
Try to
humped
fuck
one?
with them? Yeah, dude. That's what the first thing I was like.
100%. 100%.
You're so disgusting. They saw that little hole and they're like, "Oh, here we go."
That works. That works for me.
And the manatees just floating like.
Oh, God.
eating grass. Like,
What the fuck?
that's so funny.
It was cool.
I think the coolest thing that you saw out there were the fucking loggerhead musk turtles. Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. That was
Yeah.
cool. I always see them, so I don't really.
I thought it was fucking sick. I've never seen one in person.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You don't go outside, bud.
I don't. I stay inside.
I have a question.
Racks,
What's
like
the
my ball
difference between a
pythons.
mud and a
What were you
musk turtle?
So I think like Eric and I were actually talking about today about the difference between a common musk and a striped mud turtle, and so in the plastron, the striped mud turtles have two flaps, two hinges.
Yep.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
then
it
the
closes
common
and
musk.
opens. Only have one.
Yeah.
It's in the bottom,
Gotcha.
right?
Yeah.
The
Plastron.
other one has it on the bottom.
Yeah,
On
yeah.
the lower half.
Yeah.
Interesting. Is there
Yep, yep.
only one species of musk turtle?
No, there's different species. There's razorbacks.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Razorback, commons. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, dude.
Because I was like, why wouldn't it be a loggerhead musk turtle?
Oh yeah.
Why not?
And then there's all kinds of fucking mud turtles
Honestly,
too.
snapping turtles, just big musk turtles.
Actually, kind of.
They inhabit like a similar niche, so and one of the biggest differences is
Wait,
size.
wait. Depends, because the AST, dude, alligator snappers,
They're
different.
they're a different beast.
Yeah,
they really
different
are.
fucking animal.
That's an
dude.
alligator giant musk turtle.
Bro, literally.
Giant
Bro,
musk turtle.
like,
Did you see the Mexican musk turtles?
Yeah.
That might as well be a little snapping turtle.
Yeah.
Bro, we were looking for them, and the areas where they're found are fucking insane.
Yeah. Mhm.
Like, nowhere in the
crazy.
habitat looks like it.
That's crazy.
Like, it was just little pockets of these places, and we're
Yeah.
like, what the
You know what
fuck,
I love?
dude?
I love when people see like alligators, snapping turtles outside of the water, like moving around or
Yeah.
on a branch and shit. I'm
Yeah.
like, whoa, he's out of the water.
But they don't do that shit, bro. They don't
Yeah.
even bask, bro. That's
Yeah.
a bad thing about them and finding them. They don't fucking
Yeah.
bask. They're just in there.
And then it makes you think like, oh, is this an animal that really needs that much UVB?
It does.
Yeah, I mean, it
Because
goes
of
to
how
the
much
water.
time they spent
Yeah.
in the water.
Yeah, but
And
it
it's
goes
not like
through
they're in
water.
clear
Yeah,
water.
yeah.
They're not in clear water. No, the water is full of tannins, the bacteria,
I'm not-
plants,
Whatever, dude.
branches.
The thing that he was showing us today,
Bro,
they're there.
yo, literally, you can see straight through that water.
Yeah.
But there are snapping turtles there?
Yes.
Oh.
Alligator,
Yeah, alligator
snappers.
snappers. Not
Yeah.
commons, alligator snappers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the commons move around. They cross roads and shit a lot and
Yeah.
Yeah.
bask. They bring their shells back up. The alligator snappers don't do any of that, but the water's fucking clear for the most part. So they probably just go to a shallow spot and just chill there.
In the place that you went to today, did you see any invasives?
No, you can't.
What do you mean you can't?
There's not much of humans in that area.
Brown nose?
No, didn't see one. But it's
No?
also cold, so I wouldn't know. It's too cold to see those.
Gotcha.
But you won't see like agamas.
Yeah.
None of that exists there.
No, right.
Well, for sure not the agamas. I wouldn't
Yeah.
imagine. I mean, the agamas has made it up here.
Yeah. The agamas
Yeah.
will make it. Agamas will fucking make it. Bro.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that. There's so many pockets of those things like high up north.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck. But
crazy.
the not much. Maybe brown anoles. I'll see that. But other than that, nothing.
Damn.
Like
Interesting.
nothing at all. Just all native shit.
Wow.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
native fish, native birds, native
Yeah.
turtles, native.
Nice.
Yeah. We were
Nothing
talking right before the podcast about apparently in Papua, there's a whole bunch of invasive issues.
Yes.
Can someone
Yeah.
inform me on this?
Dan Maleri posted a video about
Your
Dan-
energy is low as fuck.
DM
I
Yeah,
feel
who's
it.
Dan Maleri?
Dan Maleri's DM Exotics. He's the bald guy I like a lot.
Yeah, ball
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's just one.
Van Diesel.
One of
that's
them
the one.
fuckers.
Actually, that is Reptile Vin Diesel.
It is, yeah.
Yeah,
Reptile
yeah,
Van
yeah.
Vin Diesel. Okay.
I won't
For
even
sure.
use his name anymore.
Yeah,
Reptile
Vin Diesel. Yeah,
Reptile Vin Diesel.
I'm in on that.
Yeah.
So he lives in Indonesia, Thailand,
Okay.
around that area, and he got a report of, or like he heard that they had found like the game, the fishing game
Okay.
organization over there, got a report that there was a blue snake outside.
Yep.
And so they were like, oh, well, we'll go get it. And then when Dan, he actually went to go look at it. That's a blue enceladus. If you know anything about blue enceladus, Trimeresurus enceladus, they're found all throughout Indonesia. But the blue specifically is a locale on Komodo, the Komodo Islands.
Okay.
And so it's not supposed to be on mainland Indonesia.
Yeah.
Which means someone brought it, took it, left it there.
Yeah.
Whether it escaped, intentional, whatever. It's there.
Damn, not bromeliads.
Yeah, right? Well, it's not like anything's coming from Komodo. What are you getting from Komodo?
Komodo dragons.
Komodo
Can you imagine?
Jeez. But yeah, so there, he was like, hey, you know, Papua's a beautiful area, really, really diverse. A lot of wildlife could live in there.
Yeah.
And she's saying like this could be a potential like his
And
like,
it
next
is.
Florida, you know.
It is because
Yeah.
people are releasing shit, and then like there, the government doesn't know like
The
right
specifics
from
for
wrong. So
localities.
if they catch you, let's say you're moving animals illegally, if they catch you with those animals, they won't bring the animals to a place to release them
Oh,
because they don't know any better.
Well,
They don't-
it's like
you.
they release them in. So Indonesia is just a bunch of islands. They don't
Yeah.
know which ones they're specific to. Like tree monitors, for instance,
Yep.
are specific to certain islands.
Yep.
And they will just
like they
kinda
have
just
like
throw
blue
them-
tree monitors and shit running
Yeah.
around. He was saying that there was a people talking of king cobras in the area as well.
Oh shit!
Like it's big shit, bro. Like they're just moving
Wow,
shit
dude.
around. So
Yeah.
Florida around too.
That's
crazy.
fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Which
what-
sucks because that area is mostly like not mostly, but like there's
A
very
lot of
little
cool
human inhabitants.
Yeah,
there.
and it's a lot of cool native shit.
Yeah.
Like out of all fucking places, bro.
And
like,
for a place to have invasive king cobras, fuck, like
Yeah.
that's insane.
Yeah, that's-
that area specifically has amazing snakes covered in like white-lipped pythons. They've got Lyasus species there. King cobras are just eat their shit up,
Yep.
which is insane.
Dude, that's great. I mean, so are they like putting in efforts to educate the government? Or?
I mean, what is there? It's a very poor country, bro. Like it's like
Got you.
it's very hard to pull that
The people
off.
that know the
Yeah.
stuff there are the biologists, the herpers, the
Yeah.
people
That are not
care.
even from there
They
usually.
care about the
Yeah.
reptiles.
Yeah, they're usually not
That's
from there. So now you have to put that
crazy.
into the government who isn't even paying attention because they're
Yeah.
worried about fucking hunger and shit.
Yeah.
It would be like, can you imagine if someone was like, hey, FWC just found a blue snake in Florida. It's like, excuse me? There are no blue
Yeah.
snakes here. What did they find? You know,
Yeah.
it's like blue and Solaris. Or someone goes, yeah, I saw a huge, like, colubrid. It wasn't a rat snake, not a racer, not a
Fucking
dry
King
marcon.
Cobra, dude.
Bigger. I'd be like,
It's happened.
damn.
It's happened.
What with king
Closer,
cobras?
yeah.
Kings?
here.
Hmm.
Dude,
Here.
that's crazy.
That's
Closer
crazy.
than you think.
But
Very
like,
close.
actually established.
No,
just-
not established,
that'd
but
be
say
something
individuals.
else. Yeah.
Individuals.
We were actually talking a while back. I don't know if we've ever mentioned on the podcast, but like the worst possible animals to be invasive in Florida. Like if you were like, hey, well, let's just fuck up an ecosystem, what would be the worst possible?
humans.
Of course.
We
But
did
we're already
it, guys.
here. We're already here.
we already did it,
We
dog.
already did it.
Second.
Second. And it's like my choice was like Asian water monitors. Asian water monitors in Florida, fuck. That's a bad thing to have out here.
yeah.
You get rid of squirrels. You're getting
Yeah.
rid of snakes. You're getting rid of birds, nests,
Mammals, eggs,
gators. Even.
crocodilians.
It's
yeah.
nothing. Nothing is
Yeah.
going to take out an Asian water monitor.
Yeah.
These
I feel
hands.
like yes, but,
These hands.
Yeah, but
Burmese
what you were
pythons.
saying, I think it's even worse. Where disease, like bacteria
Disease
and
and stuff.
shit.
from the water monitors, you're saying?
No, from any animal.
Oh.
Like if you
Because
bring
we were talking about micro
Oh.
invasives.
exactly, if you bring something micro that is from somewhere else
Oh.
that none of our animals are used to,
Yeah.
Like kickstart
game
fungus.
fucking over, huh?
Like kickstart fungus.
Yes.
Kickstart fungus was spread through peck trade. They think
Yeah.
through plants. They
Oh,
think through
there's-
cane toads. They
there's
just think that it's
actually-
just spreading everywhere.
Another disease that's found in some of the invasive snails.
Yes,
That's what my friend was studying, the
Yeah,
diseases or something
yeah,
like that.
yeah. But the snails always have.
Yeah.
But as long as the diseases are native, we're good.
There's nothing better than the smell of coffee in the morning. Okay? There's also nothing better than the smell of reptiles in the morning. Psych. Reptiles with coffee. That's the smell you want. The strongest coffee, all right? We have it for you. Head on over to the description or go to coldbloodedcaffeine.com and use the code REPTILESWITH to get your Reptiles with coffee today.
So the thing with evolution, which I've had a lot of arguments these couple of days, Danica actually got into those arguments.
yeah?
Because she was telling somebody, because they posted something about the Burns being here because of a zoo. So she made the same argument as I did. And then
What's the name of the zoo?
yeah, exactly. So he was like, "Oh, you'd be stupid," and then I love how he was like, "Yeah, Burmese pythons were here in the '80s, and then after Andrew, they were everywhere." And I was like,
Wait, who is he? Just the guy?
Some guy.
"Yeah, some
Oh,
guy, some guy."
random.
And then I'm like, "So the Burmese were here in the '80s. You understand? Andrew happened in '92. That's 10 years before, bud.
Yeah.
Like you're making no sense. They were already established by the time Andrew hit.
Yeah.
So how?
What exactly are you saying?
Yeah, what are you saying? And then he was like, well, yeah, maybe a couple pet trade, but after the hurricane hit and those facilities got destroyed, then that's when it really happened. And I was like, what facilities with berms?
Yeah.
Because facilities probably got fucked up during the hurricane, but berms specifically for
Did
it to
well.
start. No. So my point is with that whole argument with the invasive, they were also saying like, oh, things will evolve because that's how nature works. Everything evolves
Yeah.
with whatever you put in, and that is completely wrong because evolution happens hand in hand. So the prey item, for example, venomous snakes become more and more venomous, and the prey item becomes more and more immune with time. So it's a race, right?
Yeah.
So opossums, for example, they get tagged, they walk it off like nothing. So it's a process in which prey and predator evolve together from each other. You become more venomous, motherfucker, I'm more immune. You keep finding my ass, I got more camouflage. Like it just comes like hand in hand. Once you introduce something new, bro,
It's immediate change.
it's evolved into a whole different ecosystem. Adding it here, nothing is going to evolve with it because everything's competing within itself. Now you're adding something that's not competing because it's just perfect in the way they are.
Yeah.
They're just perfect for, like, the
That
python,
environment.
for example, to take over. The king cobra eats snakes. Like, it's a perfect case scenario.
Maybe that's what we do.
What?
Release cobras to eat the berms.
You're a genius.
I solved the Everglades.
R.I.P. the indigos. You piece
We
of
don't
shit.
need them.
Oh my.
Oh my
We
god,
solved
wait,
it.
wait.
King Cobras would fill the niche.
Wait. No, because of venom. Wait.
Why?
They're adding venom to the equation. Instead of indigos, no venom. So now you're adding venom into a case where snakes would not. So, and snakes.
A king cobra. A Crebo could never take down like cattle or a panther or a boar.
There you go.
But king cobras can.
Yes,
I see what
like
you're saying.
not on purpose, not to
Right,
eat them,
not
but
to
a
eat them,
bite
but-
will take them
yeah,
out.
yeah.
So animals will get bit that shouldn't with a venom that they're not
I see
used
what you're
to.
saying.
So
Okay, that
whatever,
makes sense.
it fucks it up. I got into an argument with USARK too.
Oh, that's
Over the
right.
same shit. Over the same
Yo,
shit.
alligator
Over the
thing
same
they
shit.
posted.
I had biologists on my back, and the whoever runs that bullshit, they're like, "Well, I'm a biologist. I would know." I was like, "Where is the evidence of indigos eating them? American
Alligators eating
crocodiles." American crocodiles. What else did they say? Possums, all these things. Where is the evidence of all that? They also said that the pythons are they're now a major source of food for alligators. Where's the data behind that? Nothing. They were like, did you even click on the article? The article is a guy who writes about the photo that he didn't even take. Like somebody
A
else took the
journalist, some
photo.
journalist.
He saw the photo and he said, "Yo, somebody took this photo and this is what they saw." What USARK left behind right after that first paragraph, the second one is pythons eating alligators. And I'm like, you fucking pieces of shit. You guys don't know nothing. So what did I do? He said, "I'm a biologist. I know better." I was like, all right, bet. I got a whole bunch of biologist friends. Boom, to the comment section. Stopped. Stop. Biologists who are out there
Yeah.
studying, who are the ones writing these papers down, who are the ones seeing the damage that they're causing. Stopped.
Do you ever? Okay, this is.
But he keeps ball pythons in racks. He knows shit.
Who? Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. What the fuck?
Wait, who?
I don't know who he is.
Oh, okay. I was
the-
like,
the-
the USARK
whoever-
and stuff.
yeah.
I don't think he keeps ball pythons.
Yeah, whoever it is. You ever
You ever think you're gonna stop
motherfucker.
arguing with USARK?
No. Fuck
Okay.
'em. Fuck them.
You know,
Fuck 'em.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
When will we all be able to be on the same page?
When they actually have data behind whatever the fuck they say and they do shit right.
And what do you mean by do shit right?
I don't actually think
Two
USARK will. I don't think there is a solution because
things.
USARK
Two
is
things.
based on the premise that we have a right to the reptiles.
Exactly.
And
Two
I agree,
things.
you have a right to your property. If there's ever a law
Yeah,
where it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
hey, you have to euthanize your animals,
Yeah,
you have
that
to
doesn't
surrender
happen.
them.
That's
That's,
not a
never
thing.
going to happen.
That's never
And
gonna
if it
happen.
ever
That's not a thing.
tries to happen, I hope USARK would be like, hey, no,
Yeah,
we're not doing
that's
that.
different.
But the sense of like, oh, the hobby should continue. We need
Yep.
to keep doing this stuff.
Yeah. Two things.
USARK's not gonna do that.
When the hobby fucks up, everybody quiet. Because if you say something, you're putting light into something we don't want. Because we're too little. We're too small of a community to get that heat. I don't like that shit. You gotta call out the people that are fucking up. 1. 2, the invasive shit. Don't put it under the rug like it's nothing. I called them out because they're like, you know what's way worse? Cats. Cats should be the first one to be taken down. I said,
Correct.
no. I said not first. Both at the same time. You can't argue. You can't argue, like, to defend your problem. You can't go, well, I don't want to solve my problem.
Right.
Look at that problem.
But if
over
there's
there.
a priority being made, it should be cats.
There's no priority. There's two different
If
groups.
there's a priority
There's
being
two
made.
different groups.
But they are
doing-
prioritizing.
They're two different groups doing two different things. The ones running the cats is not FWC. FWC is running the berms. Yes. Now there are facilities or organizations running for the cats.
Like
that is
what?
a thing. I don't know the names, but I know it's a thing.
I don't think
Like,
they're
He
calling
doesn't
for
have
cat
evidence,
bans.
guys.
no.
I mean, they're not calling for cat bans.
No, not bans, but people go out and kill cats. Like there's organizations for that.
Uh-huh.
That's one. That's why there's also.
But you know what they're not doing in the
What?
government? Taking out our quote unquote rights to keep cats.
That's way harder. They would try.
I mean, they
but
could
good
just do it
luck.
like that.
No, they cannot.
Why not?
No, they cannot. Because at that point, you're fighting with the whole country. Good luck.
No, you just stay.
No, you cannot
Why
just
not?
make. You cannot just make laws just because.
You have
The
to see
president
that.
just, bro. The president can't come out and just say this is law. That's it.
No,
Or they
right.
go- They cannot do that.
Right.
So same thing. They can go and say, "Yo, we want to ban cats." You have the whole state to fight against. They're not gonna let you.
Well, no,
because
all you would need to do, realistically, all you would need to do, you get a lobbyist. The lobbyist
Here
goes
we
ahead
go.
and makes a presentation to the FWC commissioners. They go ahead and vote on it. Boom, it's law. That's basically
No.
the process.
Yeah, good luck.
Granted, there
Good
might be a
luck
lot of public
voting on that.
backlash.
Good luck. You're such
There's
an
gonna be a
idiot.
lot
Good
of
luck
public
voting on that. Good luck voting on that.
Never fails.
Good luck. Good luck. It doesn't happen because of the community itself. That's the hard part. They want to, but good fucking luck. That's never gonna
You
happen.
know what I found myself doing
What?
recently? I found myself as a hypocrite recently.
Why?
Because I was like, you know how like I've said that I haven't been a fan of like the videos of like that Nerd does when they call like somebody out.
Yeah.
And then also at the same page, I'm always like, yo, why didn't like USARK say something about the Operation Viper
Yeah.
and like say that
But
these
it's
are bad
different.
seeds?
It's different. It's way different. Because
How so?
sometimes
I realized that, and I was like, damn, I'm being a hypocrite right now.
I'll tell you why. Because sometimes whenever Nerd does it, there are some times where it's like, okay, I get it.
Okay.
Sometimes it's out of pettiness.
Oh.
The petty shit is what I don't like. The petty
Okay.
shit where they go for Chandler, whole video about Chandler, and then they're up his dick. Like, yo, we should talk about this. And Chandler's like, no, fuck you. Like, that's petty. You were just
Okay.
being petty because he didn't want to fuck with you.
Gotcha.
And then after that, that's the version of it I don't like.
Uh-huh.
If you're just calling people out over, oh, you keep this way and I don't like it, it's, it's like
yeah.
weird.
Okay, I get what you're saying. I get what you're
Weird.
saying.
I guess
Weird.
with the process of calling people out, how do you determine which people not to call out? How are you like, this person's okay?
Like I can't as a person. I have my own opinion. They have their
Right,
own
you
opinion.
have your own platform,
There's
you can do
no
whatever you
there's no
want.
right or wrong in that perspective. It's just like
Person fucked up, you should say something about it, is what you're saying?
depends what the fuck up is. Yes, like if it's a little stupid fuck up, then if it's a big fuck up, yo, let's get it.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like within, for me specifically, my own opinion. If it's within keeping, I honestly don't give a fuck.
Like personal keeping?
Yes.
Oh.
Because you want to keep your animal like shit, you keep your animal like shit. That's
Uh-huh.
you. That's yours. I can't do anything about
You're
it.
right.
It's your property. You already bought it.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna change your mind, bro.
I know,
I'm not
I
gonna
got
change
you,
your mind.
I got you.
Now, when it comes to the industry fucking with the environment, that I get on because those actions affect everybody else.
Okay.
Because the bans are because of that. So that I'm like, oh no, put it on. Let's
I was
get
going to
it.
say, I've said this before. FWC, here's some ideas. I was literally like, you know what? If FWC just wanted to destroy the hobby, why don't they just ban the feeder insects?
Oh god, he keeps coming up.
And
With
then-
They
this.
really could just do that. And the hobby
Work
dies
around
like,
guy over
immediately.
This guy.
All right, so what would USARK, and this is not because I'm trying to put you in some kind of corner or
Yeah,
I'm
no,
trying
go
to-
ahead, go ahead. You know I like this shit.
Because it's just that, okay, I do think that we all need your side of this things and the USARK side of this things. The problem is that we're not on the same page. Okay,
No.
so what does a company or an organization rather like USARK need to do to get on the same page as your side of this hobby?
Run
industry?
shit with true data instead of just making random posts with a link to a random motherfucker talking about a photo. Put out the data, what you're talking about.
So
Put out the
if-
fucking data.
If they put out better data and they were
Yes.
more public about
In real, fucking real. Like
If they were-
don't just go, berms are not that bad. Like they're fucking bad, and they gotta, because what they do is like, berms are not that bad. You know what's worse? Deforestation, whole different problem. Whole different problem. That's like you are deflecting the problem that's being pointing at you and just deflecting it somewhere else. That's
Okay.
pussy as fuck. You don't do that in school. You don't do that in college. You don't do that in court. You don't do that anywhere that's
Politicians do that.
professional. You don't do that somewhere that's professional.
That is politics.
That is yes. But guess what? politicians within themselves are doing that in a scummy way, and they can.
Politicians are
because
scummy.
but
Facts.
because that's what they do.
That's their jobs.
Which, what does that make you a SARK then?
A political government.
It makes them scummy.
A political government.
It makes them scummy. It makes them scummy at that point. So I cannot agree with them if they're gonna do scummy shit like that. And when they say there's data behind this, and I get all these biologists that are down there, down with data, telling them exactly like, bro, there's
But you
videos
don't
of all
think
this.
you don't ever think about the perspective that like, you know, if you don't look at USARK like if they're evil, right? And if you look at USARK like there's a bunch of very passionate people about their sector of the hobby that are just trying to do what they got to
They're
do.
passionate people about animals in cages. Don't give a fuck.
Okay.
For me, I disagree that they need more data. Look, everybody lies.
You don't
and
like
data is up
evidence.
for
I don't give a fuck.
Data's up for interpretation every single time. That's what it's for.
What?
Data is up
Yes.
for interpretation.
Yes.
I think there is no middle ground. There is no way for USARK to go ahead and align itself with actual like conservation
Biologists,
efforts.
you can't.
proper ways because of this.
They care about animals in
USARK
cages.
is based on the foundation of a right to keep a reptile.
Yep.
And the people that are doing the conservation, the people that actually care about the animals that they have in captivity, don't think it's a right. They're like, hey, it's a privilege, and I want to do the best by this animal.
Yep.
That's the divide. And
But
until
there's-
they can find, like, until USARK is like, hey, it's not a right to keep a reptile, ultimately dissolving the entire
Yeah,
organization.
but not only that,
We're
not
gonna
only
try to
not only that,
rebrand
but, like
the whole
also
thing.
with
Okay.
the data thing, that's all about data as well. Because like if you're gonna come out and say like, yo, Burms ain't doing that bad, but there's this much data saying that they are, you have nothing to argue other than opinion.
But that's just convenient based on your interpretation of the data.
no,
if you- like, let's say-
no.
let's
What do you
say
mean
for an
interpretation of the data? If animals are going down,
But let's say
if
for
they're
instance-
dying
for
out,
instance,
that's real fucking data.
For instance, Chuck, let's say that's not that's not what the data says.
But that is.
But let's say it's not.
But that is.
But
Let's say it's not.
For
Let's
argument's
say.
sake, it's not. Okay. Would you say, hey, USARK is doing correct information? They're a good organization.
If there's no data, I would need the data.
No. I'm not saying no data. I'm saying if they do a study on berms, and I'm not saying this is the case, but just for sake of example, hey, the berms aren't doing that bad. And then they post, hey, berms aren't that bad. Would you be like, hey, would you have a problem with that? Because that's what the data says?
No, there's animals that are like that.
What do you
There's
mean?
animals that are invasive that cause pretty much
I'm
no
just talking
harm.
about berms.
The
I'm
berms.
just talking about in an instance where they did the data, there's
You
no
know-
data that they did bad.
With the berms, I have to say no because I know.
Because you already have the data.
Exactly, but we could take it out to another animal. We have flamingos that are invasive, and now they're native because they've been here for so long.
Fine.
Boom.
Flamingos, whatever. The animal
Yes,
doesn't
and the data
matter
shows that they cause no harm or no change.
Okay.
So,
And if they were like, hey,
And that's
flamingos aren't
completely
that
fine.
bad, we could have pet
And that's
flamingos.
completely
You'd
fine.
be like, hey, that's okay.
and that is a thing.
You're
That
okay with
literally
that?
is a thing. Yes.
I'm not okay with that.
Why?
What?
Because it's not, for me, it's not about misinterpretation.
With that one-
misinterpretation of data.
With that one's very
It
specific.
doesn't matter. It
With that
doesn't
one's
matter.
very specific.
Everybody
with that,
lies.
With that one's very specific.
For me, it's more the illusion that it's the right.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I'm with
'Cause
that
once
too.
you say something
I'm
is a
with
right-
that too. Yeah.
If
Well,
I
I'm
have a
with that
right
too.
to a gun, that
I'm
means
with
I have a
that
right
too.
to throw it out.
I'm with
I have
that
a right
too.
to do whatever I want with it.
I'm with that too, but that argument does not count anywhere wherever you
All
bring
right,
it.
for what would USARK for somebody like you have to do for you to be
a word.
on their side?
Change a word.
Renounce that we have a right to keep reptiles.
Okay.
Change a word.
Say, hey, it's a privilege.
Change a word.
It's a privilege, and we need to be
This
doing
guy.
better.
No evidence. Change a word and I'm fine.
USAPK.
USARK.
No, but
Yeah.
no.
Look, this is the thing. I'm a USARK supporter, but I would really like to see more public effort that we can all see about, like what you're saying, a little bit more of the data, a little more of the accountability of what has been done. I would like to see some more cooperation with different kinds of organizations. Those are things that I think, as a PR perspective, that'll do very good for USARK. But as far as I know, there is none of that. But when you talk to some people, they're like, "Oh no, it happens." But where is it?
I have a question. For the amount of money that USARK raises in donations,
I told them that.
but let's say this. Let's say
literally
they were
called
like,
them out on their money.
USARK says, "Hey guys, we're going through a new economic change. 50% of the donations will be going to various conservation organizations throughout the United States." Would you be like, you know, I'll shut up?
Nope.
60%,
No.
75%,
Nope.
80%,
Nope.
99,
99%.
100.
No.
They're giving more money to conservation than you could even fathom.
Yes, but fuck the money to conservation at that point. What they want to do is fucked long term.
So you agree
It
with me?
doesn't- What?
the purpose of the organization. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter how much money they raise. It doesn't matter the data or what they say.
Listen,
what matters is the point. What matters is why the organization exists at all.
This guy is such a fucking idiot. It pisses me the fuck off, dude. It pisses me the fuck off.
Why would you be okay with that? Because I said, let's say they get the data right.
They push things.
Let's say they're donating.
They push things without the data. As of right now, if they were to donate that money, they're trying to push things away from the data, bullshitting away from the data, which causes, or they're trying to push for these things to be seen as not that bad. So if they donate all their fucking money they fucking want, but they're still pushing for that, that's still not good. Because they are supporting or helping or keeping the quote unquote rights, which yes, that word is fucked, the rights to the people that are doing the fuck shit.
So let's say they stop posting. They stop posting entirely about misinterpretation of data. Would you be fine? Would you
They're
be like,
running.
USARK's fine.
No, because what they're running with is shit against the data, regardless of if they say nothing about data or
They're just like, hey, we have a right to keep reptiles. That's all they do.
The purpose is against the data, regardless of.
What data says it's not a right to keep a reptile?
What do you mean? It's not a right. It's a privilege. First of all, but no.
No, but where's the data?
Listen. Because right now you're talking about the whole organization. We can talk about because when shit goes down, it goes down by species, group, or whatever. When they came for tegus and iguanas and they try to defend it, I'm like, pussy, you stupid.
No, they just defend the right. They're not saying, hey, tegus and iguanas aren't that bad. They're just like, no, it's my right to keep this reptile.
Yes.
That's all they do. Would you have a problem with that?
Yes. No, I will have a problem with that because that's against the data. There is a problem.
They're not saying anything against the data.
I hate this guy, bro.
They're just saying, hey, we're not going to talk about whether or
guy.
not iguanas and tegus are bad for the environment.
Yes.
We can say we have a right to keep them.
No, but that's not what they say, though. You keep saying...
I'm saying if they did that. We're talking about what USARK would do to Kings.
No.
Okay. But in that meeting, Tino, you were in that meeting. Nice. Nice, dude.
That's fire.
That was good. You were in that meeting with the tegu and the iguana thing.
Yes.
Do you? I remember it.
It was a COVID meeting, so I wasn't in it. But
the phone? I was on the phone. I was on the phone too.
That one, as far as I remember, correct me if I'm wrong, but the general consensus of the actual people, not the random fucking reptile people that were calling, the general consensus, as far as I understood, nobody said, oh no, tegus are fine. Nobody said iguanas are fine. More than anything, they were just like, yo, don't take away our quote unquote right. I'm gonna put it how
because that's what they said. That's what they said.
Our right to keep these animals and to have our businesses and whatever. And we will work. We work to take out the things from the Everglades. There's efforts there.
No.
Let us work together.
I would say
that was an open conversation.
I would say a majority were the other way. Where majority of people were like, hey, I think a majority of the people were like, I have an iguana, can I keep him? It's like, okay.
So
and then the other part of it was the ones, iguanas and tegus aren't that bad. Because in the slides, I will agree, they compared them to berms. And it's like, you know what? The data doesn't say that they're as bad as berms, even though that was the point of the presentation.
Okay, so without data, you can, because what do tegus do naturally? What is their main diet?
Fuck. Oh, penis. Fuck.
That is data. That is data.
But you can't compare that to how bad the berms are.
No, but they're both invasive species.
Right. I'm not saying one's not bad, one's bad.
Yeah. But that is you can use data from where they come from. What is this animal like? What do they do? What do they eat? Mm-hmm. Oh shit! Introducing this animal may cause this, and this.
Right. But you can compare with the data. You can compare a worse one.
Yeah.
I would say berms are worse than tegus and iguanas.
What if?
I would say even combined.
What if we get
berms are devastating. They can take out apex predators within an ecosystem. Tegus, take out eggs.
Tegus could take the eggs, so the babies never hatch. The big ones never come out.
But if there's enough of the apex predator, it doesn't really matter how many there are if they're producing enough eggs.
No, because if they eat enough eggs, the population within the years gets smaller and smaller. As it is,
so would the tegus.
As it is, out of all those babies of alligators or crocodiles, which is even worse, like 1 or 2% survive.
What if we get all the endangered reptiles and release those in the Everglades? Let those become invasive.
No, the berms.
And they're no longer endangered anymore.
The berms will fuck yourself. The berms will eat them. That's another thing. You know what I did a lot?
Fuck yourself?
No, go fuck yourself. Every time USARK would come back, or like anybody would come back in the comment section, I will come back with like actual data with the where you volunteer for was one, like the parasites, like everything they're doing. I would just bring like actual data. They showed nothing but opinions. That's where I'm like,
this is the thing, man. It's hard to argue with some people because at the end of the day, they're coming from passion, and passion seeps through emotion.
Passion to keep animals in cages doesn't matter.
But that's the point.
And you understand that mentality. We're gonna lose.
I
gonna lose.
get what you're saying because
They're
at the
gonna
end of the
lose.
day, yeah.
My
They're
point
gonna
is
lose.
I get it.
My point is this. Even if because my point is the mentality. That's what's wrong. It doesn't, like I said, it doesn't matter what the data says. The point that someone thinks that, hey, it's my right to keep whatever I want. I can take it out of the wild and I can just put it in a cage. That's what's wrong.
That's
And
wrong.
that's the mentality behind USARK.
My
Yeah,
thing is
but
that-
like, that's just one of the problems.
But that's what makes it incompatible with
I think
any
a
kind
bigger,
of conservation.
I think a
effort.
bigger problem more than anything is the unacceptance of new information and other information
Yep.
to gain other perspectives.
Yep.
And I feel like people just want this one thing and don't want to hear the other thing. And don't get me wrong, sometimes I think that you come from that side, but from the opposite, right? Where we're like, yo, like we could have this and this.
If you want to support us, head on over to modernreptileshop.com or in the description where you can find our merch. And the best part is that a percent of the proceeds from the merch gets donated to conservation. One more time, that's modernreptileshop.com or head on over to the description.
Speaking of bands and away from USARK, let's talk about Spain ARK.
Spain art, Spark.
Spark.
Yes!
This past week, a huge animal ban passed in Spain. Massive. No pet stores, basically. No
Yep.
breeding, unregistered breeding.
Fire.
No unregistered selling.
Fire.
No unregistered training. They were like, nope, nothing.
Define registered.
Like only a couple people can breed animals. Are allowed to breed animals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and even
Gotcha.
then
I'm
it's
assuming
most-
farmers are.
Yeah,
part of
yeah.
that.
Farmers, dogs, and cats are fine.
Yeah.
No exotics.
No exotics. Exotics are
Oh,
gone.
you can't buy dogs and cats from pet stores anymore in Spain.
No,
That's
no.
gone.
You
You
can only
can't
get
keep
the-
animals in balconies or
Yeah.
outdoor, like
Yeah.
any kind of like thing like that
Zoos
anymore.
are now rehab centers.
Yep.
Wow.
That-
Until
Yeah.
there's no animals anymore, pretty much.
They're just no exotics,
I
just
guess.
native shit and shit that they want to work with, like shit on their SSPs and shit like that.
Gotcha,
Other
gotcha.
than that,
Wow.
you're good.
Which is crazy.
Welcome.
What the
It's
fuck?
Welcome to
crazy.
the new world, bud.
Yeah, it's insane.
US
And you know
ARK
what?
is gonna take an L.
It's
It's happening
hope
everywhere.
not.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
gonna take an L. I want them
Yeah.
to take an L. I want to say I told you so.
We gotta wait
I
till
want to
they
sit
ban
here.
rats first.
I want to sit here on this podcast and tell y'all I fucking told you, and I'm fucking happy for it.
You think the US
Chuck wants my business to go down so
no,
bad.
I don't. But y'all don't fucking listen to me. Y'all like maybe a middle ground. Fuck a middle ground. I want them to lose.
There's no middle ground.
There is none.
I think
they're
there is.
gonna lose.
But
They're gonna lose. They lose every time.
with
Like, we won iguanas. We won it again. Third time. Boom. Took an L. Oh shit. Wait a fucking minute. Tango's gone. Oh shit. Burms. Wait up. Fuck. Like, guys, we did it. We get it. Can we? What is the turtles you want to breed?
Which ones?
The ones that they told you no.
the Diamondbacks.
The Diamondbacks.
The Diamondbacks. Hold on, I got you guys. Let me protect the. Fucking shit.
Yeah.
Tell me what are they doing?
I'm laughing because it hurts.
Yo, what are they doing? Tell me every time. Oh, they're protected. They'll be like, yo, we won. We won this one. 3 months later, bam.
USARK is kind of like, all right, we're gonna forget about Florida right now. Like, we can't do.
Oh,
anything.
they ain't want no smoke over here, bro.
So, anywho, Spain.
Yeah.
I don't want to be in fucking pain anymore.
I was reading articles, and a lot of people are upset that this law did not target working species. It doesn't target greyhounds, that race, and it doesn't target shepherding dogs. It doesn't target any of that stuff. And
That's-
that a lot of people are like, "Hey, that's fucked up. Like, this is an animal rights law,
Okay.
and you don't even include the amount of abuses that happen against dogs." And
Okay.
I'm like,
The point,
Kinda
the thing-
facts.
No, the point of the
Facts.
No, the point of the law was never targeting at that. It was never part of that. The target was exotics. So why would you add everything?
no, they
else?
added dogs,
they
cats,
have-
ferrets,
No, yeah,
rabbits.
as a cells, you can still sell them as a breeder, which is the same thing that happened here. That's why Petland closed down.
I don't know if you can.
So wait, hold on.
Petland, the same thing that happened here is what they did over there.
Yeah.
Over here, you cannot sell a dog anymore at PetSmart, at Petland.
No, but I don't know
Same thing.
if breeders can sell because
Breeders
you
can.
can't.
Breeders can.
They
Dogs
ban
and cats are
breeding.
fine.
They're like, hey, you can't breed unless you're registered.
Within the mills and shit like that, you can breed your own and have it. You can't have a puppy mill or nothing like that.
No, because that's unregistered breeding.
Okay, did they have a
That goes against the
reptile?
law.
Guy, bro.
Did they have a reptile community in Spain?
Yes,
Yeah,
they do
yeah.
have it everywhere, bro.
Yeah,
And
but
how-
I
how
don't
are
think
they
any law
reacting?
specifically targeted reptiles.
No,
This was blanket.
Yeah, it's
this
just
was blanket.
everybody. Fuck y'all.
Yeah, fish, birds, mammals. The whole thing is just like
Yep,
they didn't
that's-
even mention. I think they
How
said
are they reacting to this? What are they supposed to do?
I don't know.
We're fine.
The only articles I found were the ones that were upset that they didn't target the.
But that's because
dogs.
this is the thing. Because you keep pointing out that was never part of the law. The people that are mad about that are the same organizations that are like PETA like. Like, oh, if you want to do this again. They were never part of that fucking argument from the beginning. They just want everything to be added to it. So that's an argument that has nothing to do with the actual argument of law.
But it should be.
Versus, that's your opinion and theirs. But that wasn't part of the law and the argument within it.
But it should be.
But it wasn't.
But it should be.
It wasn't. That should be a whole different law, if anything.
Why?
Because it's two different things. Exotics versus animals that are...
No, it was just dogs. It was just working dogs. It was just working dogs. Because they did target domesticated animals.
No, they didn't. Not horses and shit like that. The barns and shit.
I don't think they targeted horses.
Yeah, no. Like, all domesticated shit is fine. It's just the breeding part of it, yes.
How do you
cannot
think...
have puppy mills or anything
How
like
do you
that.
think an animal ban like that affects... Hear me out. Follow me. For real. Affects conservation in the long run, right? In the
Poorly.
sense that you ban reptiles. Gone.
You hear?
Okay? Everywhere. Anywhere. Spain.
Oh, period.
Reptiles are gone, right? Now, the people of Spain, they don't have the same access to the animals. Because I would say, like, there are a lot of people, like you, Chuck, that spend a lot of time outside, fell in love with the animals. But then there's also even more people, the majority nowadays, that... Follow me, please. That
fall in
find
love
animals
because of pets and
because
zoos.
of pets and stuff like that, and then they get to better understand either the ecosystem, through keeping an animal in a cage, but they better understand what the thing is right in front of them. But now you take that away, disconnected, and we just build over these things. Now we just keep destroying ecosystems because now there is no connection.
That'll happen.
That
100%. That happens regardless.
No, I don't think.
That happens right now with as many people like Chuck that care about the environment.
Yeah, but now
That's the
there's
thing.
a
That's
little
the
more
thing.
efforts now through
Nope,
all the
nope.
time that has passed
Nope.
by to be like, wait a
Nope.
second,
Nope.
we should think
It
about
might
that.
be worse, but
Nope.
it doesn't matter.
No, listen. This
Doesn't
is
matter. It's
your
all going down
argument. This is
anyway.
why your argument gets canceled for me. The pet trade,
Okay.
animals in cages
Here we
for
go.
the most part. How many people with animals in cages
Rinse and
help
repeat.
conservation?
No, but you're not.
No,
You're not.
wait.
But you didn't listen to what I said.
Yeah, I did. I'm
Okay.
gonna go all around.
Okay.
I'm just gonna start with the bullshit
Okay.
shit. How many? Barely any.
Okay, but there
In
are
fact,
some. And the
Barely
point.
any.
The point
Hold
was
on.
okay.
It's a whole. It's not even about some. It's like the pet trade in general. Don't even count anybody.
Okay.
Barely any. Boom. That's one. They don't help much as it is. Invasive species. Where do they come from?
No, but I don't think you heard what I was trying to say. Because what I'm
Like,
telling
you're talking
you,
about the connection itself, but is the connection worth bringing all these animals in, making them invasive, making people flip these animals around, taking
Yes.
care like shit? It's not worth it.
okay, but
not?
if we have that side
It
of
does
it,
nothing.
Wait, if we have that side of it and we have some kind of awareness now versus the other end where there's no connection to any of these animals and we just have concrete jungles everywhere and the ecosystem's destroyed.
That's a whole
which
different
one was-
argument.
But that's what I was asking.
That is a whole different argument.
That's his argument.
That's what I was asking.
That was his argument.
Those are two different arguments.
No.
People would know that
No.
that he thinks that with pet species people can have a better connection to nature and therefore a better appreciation and a better care for it.
I disagree.
And of those little few people, some of them will donate to conservation and do actually
or some
make
of
a
them will,
difference.
or that look
Not
at
enough.
something that
Not
look,
enough.
Doesn't
It's
matter.
enough to impact
His
people.
argument,
Not enough
his
to
argument
impact.
is that if that goes away,
My
any
argument-
of those people go away.
My
how does that
argument,
affect conservation?
my argument literally comes from experience because I see this thing, especially in Miami, from people that cut from my same cloth that don't understand these animals. That I've gotten to show them these animals.
Yeah, but
and
they
then
keep
now they
animals
look
in cages.
Wait, people. But now they look at a lizard and they're like, "I'm not gonna kill this lizard," and then that
Happens to be an iguana or a tegu. I'm not gonna kill this
people,
lizard.
But that's not what I'm.
Chuck's
that's,
like, people in Miami
what
kill
you're
every
saying.
animal
I get
you
what
see.
you're saying. I get what
Kill
you're
them all.
saying because the thing is not perfect. The thing is not perfect. But what I'm
Nowhere near.
saying, I know. But what I'm
quite the
saying,
opposite.
that you're literally saying the same thing I'm saying.
Hey,
I'm
I know,
saying
I know.
The keeping thing is not perfect. It's fucking it's rough and it
It's
has
more negative than positive.
but if that keeps us aware and have a connection to animals versus complete animal ban, 3 more generations of humans, then all of a sudden we have no connection to animals, and then we just throw concrete over everything and build.
As it is, people within the pet trade don't have a connection with animals. All they know is animals in a cage. They don't know about the
Yeah,
animals
but
outside.
now-
I can ask you right now about species within our state, and you don't know.
But right now we can change that.
Yeah,
We can change that right now.
Wait, hold on.
You can't.
Yeah,
Bro,
people.
it
Wait,
took
wait.
hundreds of-
Fuck, man. what I'm trying to say is, okay, you're right. You can tell me random species that I won't know, but because of my experience through the pet trade, I know that I'm not going to step on whatever the fuck that random shit is. That I'm not going to just, I want to build a house, so let me throw concrete over these 5 fucking acres just because I want to make some money.
That
I'm more
happens,
aware.
Pet trade or no pet trade.
But because there is some kind of something there that we get to have.
Where's the data that supports that? There's none. It doesn't exist. That's not real. That's not real.
You're right. There is no data right now. My whole situation
I'm a
is
data
hypothetical.
sample. I'm a data sample.
That's not real.
My whole thing.
What do you mean it's not real?
You don't have enough money to buy land and put a house over it, right?
No,
Not
but
real.
I can kill any snake that I see.
Not really.
What do you mean? Like, not really?
You're not gonna do it.
I'm not. Why not?
Because you love animals from the beginning. It's not the pet trade. I loved animals before I kept any.
Why did I like animals?
Why
did I like animals? Who showed me animals?
People, this hypothetical is beyond us. It's not us people. I'm saying the audience. If I really do think that if we just completely ban these fucking animals, there will be a disconnect because there are people that don't. I'm sorry, but this is like a thing. People don't understand what something is until they see it.
Yes,
firsthand. Okay,
that's
so
true.
if Jefecito, Jimmy down the street, whatever the fuck, comes to the store and is like, I didn't know any of this thing was a thing. But 3 months ago, he was just killing lizards in his backyard left and right. Now he's going to think twice.
I've changed people where we're sitting right now.
Listen.
I've changed people. Like, people walk in here like, hey, I'm terrified of spiders. I'm terrified of snakes. I'm like, hey, I'm going to kill that right now.
All the negative shit. It's not.
But I understand. I understand.
It's not. It does worse for conservation.
What you don't understand, Chuck, is that the negative happens regardless.
It does worse for conservation.
The illegal pet trade will happen with or without you, Chuck.
But that's way less.
It's gonna happen with or without Yoshii. It's gonna happen without this
the legal one
place.
and the illegal one are connected as it is.
I just want to know.
Yeah.
I just want to know.
As it is.
You're right.
You take the legal one, cut a piece
It's
out.
all illegal now.
Cut a piece out.
It's all illegal now.
I just want to know, are we willing to lose? Are we willing to allow the pet trade to die and potentially lose the connection that we have with these animals through the next generations of humans? That's all I want to know.
I'm going to be fine, yeah.
You will be fine because you live this one life.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have children, your children's children, maybe they won't have a connection. And then they just build over the fucking world.
That depends on how you raise the kids. If you raise them in concrete, they stay in concrete. If you don't...
Okay, but this is a reality. And you're one person versus a million that don't go outside. You get me? And this is the
As it is, they don't go out. So there is no difference. The outcome is no difference. The pet trade does more bad than good to conservation.
Okay, fine. That's okay. But
you would cut out any good that it does.
Huh?
You would cut out any
It's not good enough.
But there is good.
There is not good enough. Everything has
but there is good.
Everything
if
has
it's
bad
not good
good.
enough,
The problem
there's
is
still
the
good.
bad happens regardless.
Huh?
The battle happen anyways.
Not as high rate.
Yeah,
No, it won't.
Yeah, well.
Tino,
You're right.
You have a store
Tortoises-
at a plaza,
Radiated
bro.
tortoises-
You have a store at a plaza.
Yeah, you're right.
At
And
a plaza, bro.
Abronia doesn't come into the States
anybody
anymore.
with permits to look and they
Radiated
can buy
tortoises
something
don't
here.
go to China. Plowshare tortoises don't go to China. Pangolins aren't killed on...
That is
Dude,
that is
it
very
happens
different.
with
That
or
is-
without you.
That is very,
It happens with or without me.
Yes. There's two pieces. There's illegal and legal. Put them together, way bigger ball. Like right now, anybody, no permits, could buy any of those turtles and release it however the fuck they want to.
Right.
Cut the legal one out, they can't.
No, now it's all illegal.
Illegal.
And you think
and
people
who's
will
gonna
stop keeping pets?
And who's gonna do the illegal shit?
Me.
Only the scummy motherfuckers. Go
Me.
ahead. Only scummy
You
motherfuckers.
ban reptiles, I'll still keep them.
This
Only
is literally
scummy
what I was
motherfuckers.
You ban
saying.
reptiles, I'll still
I
keep
just
them.
wanted to
I'm
know.
still keeping them.
If
Scummy
we are-
motherfuckers, but less people. Less people would.
No.
Less people would.
I just
right
wanted-
now, little kids can buy them. What are you talking
No.
about
Yeah.
now?
If you're listening to this, you're a reptile lover. All right? And what do we all need? We need supplies. So, we got you covered. Head on over to imperialreptiles.com and use the code REPTILESWITH to get a specific discount special to us and our listeners for your reptile supplies today. One more time, that's imperialreptiles.com. Use the code REPTILESWITH.
Not as
I just
many.
wanted to know,
Yeah.
were we willing to risk the connection that we have in the animals if it means the end of the pet trade? That's all
The
I
pet
wanted to know.
trade-
This man's
does
answer
not
is
do-
no.
yeah.
This man's answer, yes. Or,
No,
No,
backwards,
other way.
Yeah,
backwards,
this man's
backwards.
answer
I'm
is
like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
No, this
I mean,
man's
don't get me
answer is
wrong.
yes.
I think that there is some kind of regulations that need to be done.
Bro,
I'm not some
change
kind of
needs to
fucking.
happen.
I'm not some kind of monster that thinks that the situation is perfect. That is not the fucking case. Okay, I think that there's a lot of things that need to change, and I think that we need to become more aware that this is not a commodity. This is not a commodity. This is something that lives, breathes, eats, and shits.
I had a talk with Alex Estrada, of the owner of Imperial Reptiles, and he was like, hey, do you think you could write me up something where whenever someone buys an animal, we could give them a sheet. It's not perfect, but it's a start. It's something. Give them a sheet where it says, hey, it is illegal to release your animal. And I said, hey, would you be willing to go ahead and if someone has an animal that they want to relinquish that they bought here, let's make it small, that they bought here, that you could bring it back, that we would keep it and take it back in.
That's hard.
And he's like, yeah, absolutely. And I'm like, cool. That makes it a
hard.
lot better.
Yeah.
That way, when someone sells a sulcata tortoise, I give them a sheet. It says, hey, do not fucking put this thing outside. If you have a problem with it, if you don't want it anymore, bring it back.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and find a home for it. That's gonna take care of it.
I used to do that a lot when I used to breed a lot of turtles, where I would give them my card after a sale, like at a Repticon and stuff like that, and I'd say, if you don't want the animal anymore, call me and I'll get it to ship back.
One thing that I would love to do also is for reptile resellers, anyone with a website, I guess, that they can buy reptiles from, is that, hey, a portion of your, and for reptile shows to do this too, I actually mentioned it with Chandler. I was like, hey, a portion of the proceeds, at least, as much as can be done, should go towards conservation organizations, should go towards specific people that'll do the right things by those animals. I also am a firm believer that wild-caught, so anyone that's an importer, should not be giving wild-caught animals to pet keepers. Those animals, like if you're bringing in radiated tortoises legally,
I have an idea.
Those should go to specific turtle breeders that have the intention of making sure that those animals, now that they're out of the wild, at least that they have an impact.
Their problem is now they have to hold on to the animal longer because
right.
not many people want them.
There are flaws.
Yeah,
there are flaws. But then less animals are imported.
Yes, but to them, this is how you cannot convince them for that. They have to hold on to the animal longer. More animals end up dying, they make less money.
Why would more animals die?
Because they have to keep holding on to imported animals themselves.
No, they shouldn't import animals unless they already have people lined up for them.
That's not going to happen. You know that.
It can.
It doesn't
The law
happen.
can make that happen.
No, it doesn't happen.
It's
Money-wise.
tough,
It's tough, but the law can make it happen.
Bro, this guy's just... You live in a fantasy world, bro.
No, you live in a fantasy world thinking that just because something's going to be illegal, that people won't do it anymore.
Bro,
you're right. People don't bank rob.
Yeah,
people don't kill people. People don't divorce.
Listen. People kill less people because it's illegal.
Lies. The people that are going to
If
kill
it was
people...
illegal, I'll be out here dropping bodies, bro.
You're stupid.
What are you talking about?
You're stupid. Nothing stops you
You
from
would have
killing
been
people.
murdered already on this podcast.
That
What
just
is
tells
he
me,
talking
dude.
about?
That just tells me you're stupid enough to get caught.
Bro, no.
That's just what you're telling me.
You hear this guy?
That you're dumb
hear
enough
this
to get
guy?
caught.
You hear this guy right now? You're so fucking
All right,
stupid, bro.
let's do this on a positive note. You sent us a video. What are 5 reptiles that conservation saved? What's up with that fucking video?
Why?
I want some positivity.
Oh my God.
Did you see the video he sent us?
No.
You should watch it.
What is it? What is it?
But like he was saying about like, so the guy started the video with like, you guys hear so many sad stories about species that are going extinct. They're functionally extinct. We have to develop SSPs for them because of how bad they're doing in the wild, whatever. And he's like, you know what, guys? I'm gonna give you guys some positive conservation stories with reptiles. I think the first one, one of the first ones was the bonito gecko.
No, first one was American alligator.
You're right. The first one was the American
That's
alligator.
the first
with
one
farming.
to ever get under that law.
Yeah.
Success story for me. We've been over this.
So
not
stupid.
a success story.
So stupid.
Second thing was the bonito gecko.
Tino's so fucking stupid. It annoys
Wait.
me.
That makes
bro.
you- that makes it nice for
I
you,
was
doesn't
actually
it?
on the
Fucking
American
stupid.
alligator.
The ad
thing, bro.
hominems.
On
Yeah.
the American alligator thing, right? Mm-hmm. Chuck, you're okay with farming for meat?
Yes. Turn his mic off. He is.
Yes.
He is. He eats
and
meat.
No.
You eat meat.
Yeah, I do eat meat. Yes.
That
and
was
no.
farmed.
Yes and no. Yes and no.
Okay.
So yes.
I'll tell
and
you
you're
why. if you
okay
need to.
with farming alligators, crocodilians?
It's the
for
only thing that
skin?
could have saved them. Yes.
Okay.
He stands by it.
And we're still bad with the pet trade.
Yes.
Yes.
Crazy.
Here's
I know.
the thing.
Insane.
Here's the thing.
Farming. Totally not bad.
Farming only affects the animals within that facility. On that law as well, they had a percentage of animals that had to be released as well. That helps conservation. Where is the cons to conservation there? Go ahead.
I was just asking you a
Go
question.
ahead.
I was just asking you a
No,
question.
you're comparing
I got
that
you.
too. Go
the
ahead.
land needed to farm.
What?
The land needed to farm.
The
For
land-
alligators? Are you
Yes.
fucking stupid?
They
Yes.
keep them in tubs.
This motherfucker.
They keep them in tubs.
dog.
Great.
This motherfucker, dog.
Great.
This motherfucker.
You're telling me they don't use any land to reproduce
Yes, but
alligators?
it's not like a fucking cattle ranch. It's not
No,
what you
no, I'm
think
not
of
comparing it.
It's
I'm
not
not
what you
comparing
think
it.
of it,
Still
bro.
using land.
Yes, you
That
use
land was wild before.
This right here used to be
Of course
wild
it
as
was.
well.
Yeah.
Yes, it saved the fucking alligators. It brought them back.
You
from
asked.
The,
You asked for
else do you
how
save
it
the
would be
alligator?
negative
How
to
else-
conservation,
How else do you
and
save
I
the
told
alligator
you.
in the 40s? How else? Go ahead.
And I told you.
How else do you save the
No,
alligator?
no,
in
I'm
the 40s?
answering your
Go ahead.
previous question. I'm answering the question you already asked. What negative impact to conservation does farming alligators have? I said the land used to farm the alligators.
How much land
and
is
I'm
it in
right.
comparison to their?
I'm not. That's another
We don't
question.
have the data.
That's another question.
Bro, oh, the data is out there. The
That's
data
another
for that
question.
is
But I
good.
answered your
The
question.
data is
What's
out.
your new question?
It's a small piece of land.
What's
that
your new
saved-
question?
Hold up. That saved a whole bunch of alligators within the entire fucking state.
Doesn't matter.
Let's start there. Yes, hold on. The entire state now has alligators. Now, back in the 1940s, tell me another way to save the alligators. Go ahead. With the laws that were back then and how shit ran back then. Go ahead.
You do it.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You give them
Since
as
you guys
pets.
are so smart, go ahead with your unicorn world.
Look,
go ahead.
You give them
Go
as
ahead.
pets, and then people become aware of them. No more concrete jungles.
You're so stupid.
I solved it.
You're so stupid.
I did it.
You're so fucking stupid.
I am conservation.
That's the only reason.
I'm changing my last name.
Only
Joshua
reason,
Conservation.
only reason I can support that to that extent. I don't like the farming. I don't like
So
that
why do we
animals
still do
die.
it?
Huh?
Why do we still do it?
Because the same thing would happen again. You have to avoid the same
we
thing
have to
from
farm
happening again.
every single reptile.
No.
To avoid
What?
No.
extinction.
No.
That's what you're
What
saying.
did he
No.
say?
That is, listen, the
That's not
reason
what he
the
said.
alligator was almost extinct
Right.
is because of its meat and its leather.
The skink trade.
What other animal has that?
A lot of animals.
What other reptile in Florida has that? Go ahead.
Burmese pythons,
No.
ball pythons, savanna monitors.
No.
Those are all used for the
I got-
skink trade, you
Chuck,
dumbass.
I got you. Look, I'm okay.
You hear how stupid?
Yeah, I'm
Look,
okay.
Are those animals native? No, they're not fucking native. It doesn't. They have nothing to do with conservation.
Yes,
Native
they do. In their
animals-
countries, they do.
No, not here. Not here. I'm
Well,
talking
in
about
their
here.
countries-
I'm talking about here.
Your
I
knowledge,
can-
your application of one instance can apply to other countries.
No,
you know that, right?
No, there's a whole different world, different laws, different people. The way they live is different, bro. You cannot
Sorry.
compare the two.
All right.
Sorry.
So look, this is the thing. So I definitely look. Not that I love the skin trade, but I definitely think that
I don't love the skink
no.
trade.
But I definitely think that it serves its purpose because of that. Because it did help the alligators and stuff like that. Mind you, yeah.
How else do you save 'em?
Morally,
That's separate from the skink trade. The farming and the skink trade are
Yeah,
separate.
yeah, it's different. It's different. But
Skink
okay,
trade
so-
is taking wild caught animals.
No, not anymore. That's
But-
what the farms are there for.
It's
And
it's
the,
for
the reason the farms worked
Yeah.
is because once the farms came out, the hunters weren't making no money. Why? Because now we have hundreds of
Right.
alligators
Yeah.
breeding back to back.
But I
So
don't
you want
count that
leather?
as skin trade.
You want
yes,
leather?
it's for the skin, but the
yes,
skink
yes,
trade
yes.
is like taking wild
you
animals
lost it.
and killing
You
them.
lost it because he doesn't count it, Chuck. You lost it because
You
he
hear
doesn't
this
count
guy?
it.
You hear this?
You're comparing skink trade for alligators from skink trade to other animals. in other
No,
countries.
it's just a skin trade.
No,
Skin trade, just people wanting skin.
In here, yes. In
So
Florida,
cows.
in Florida, with the alligators. Okay, people were hunting
Sorry,
them.
farming only works with this specific
Can
case.
you shut the fuck up and listen, bro?
I
They
am,
were
dude. You're
hunting-
saying the same thing you've said every
They were
single
hunting
time.
them for the meat and leather, right?
Yes.
Farming them. Now, where do they buy from? The farms,
The
not the
farmers.
people. They
Okay.
stop hunting them. The alligator numbers come back.
Okay.
Now, everybody gets the skin from this side. Alligators are fine.
Okay.
They don't do that shit with most other fucking animals. The reason why they wanted the alligators is because it's a large fucking animal, a lot of meat, and a lot of leather that you can get out of them. Most reptiles here, that doesn't happen to. Within other countries, they have other laws, other people. A lot of people are very poor, and that's something that they have to do for money. You have to take that into consideration when talking about these things. Not everything is fucking black and white, you stupid motherfucker. Like,
Thank
that
you
doesn't
for
work like
saying the most basic shit that you say every single time.
that. It
All right,
makes
We
sense.
already
It makes
understand that.
sense.
We already know that. We
Then
already
why are
know
you so
that.
stupid? Then why are you so stupid?
Okay, why can't you understand this? If farming worked for the alligators, why won't farming work in other countries?
It does and it can, but it depends how you go about it.
You think we should? For the
It
sake of
depends-
conservation.
It depends how you go about it. You
But
cannot.
you think we should?
It is different.
Why is
it
it
is very
different?
different.
What makes it different?
Because if you're gonna do that, and the reason you're farming is because of the pet trade, it's not gonna work.
No.
First of all,
Skin trade.
Skin trade. All of those things come together. They buy from the same source. You need to understand
Okay,
that.
sure.
Yes.
From the farms.
No. At the beginning, it comes from hunters.
Right.
So they come from hunters.
Okay.
Skin trade comes from there. Meat comes from there, and even pet trade sometimes
Okay,
comes
next,
from there.
next. What's next?
Yes. All of those things come from the same place.
Yes.
Correct? So depending on the animal, if it's an animal like the American alligator, yes, farming them can help. If it's an animal, let's say like the tuatara, that takes many years to be able to reproduce, it doesn't work because the line to breed from baby to adult, it's too long. Even if you try to farm the animal, it's not going to work. You need to think of lifespan, how long it takes them to reach sexual maturity. All of these things matter whenever it comes to farming. You need to think of those things as well.
All right. So what
So
were
we
the
should
other?
do that for all of them.
I want to know the
For
rest of
any
these
animal
fucking
we use for
animals that we
skin.
saved.
If you can, it does.
What
happen.
happened to the animals we saved?
What?
The other fucking 4 animals other than this damn alligator.
I'm telling you,
God,
we should have
I
passed
was
the
trying to-
alligator.
I was
We should have
trying to
left the
answer you.
alligator
He
alone.
sounded stupid.
I was
No,
trying-
you're the one that's stupid.
No, bro.
You're justifying farming.
I
for
wanted
skin
this on
trade.
Did it work?
positive
Did
note.
it work? Hold
You're
on.
justifying farming
Hold
for
on.
skin
Did
trade.
it work?
It doesn't
Did
matter.
Work? Did it work?
It doesn't matter, Chuck.
Find another
It doesn't matter,
solution.
Chuck.
Find another solution. Go ahead. Find
We
another
can now.
solution. If you were back in the 40s with the laws and
can
the things
now.
work, How would you solve
We
it
cannot.
instead?
So why do we continue
How
it?
would you solve it instead?
Why do we continue it?
Because
the alligators are doing fine, right?
Because you learn from your mistakes and you don't want to
They're
go back.
doing so good that now open season on them.
No,
Basically.
that's not even a thing.
What didn't they say
You
that
need
could
tags. No, you need
Oh.
tags. Everybody's counted. Bro, they're literally bitching about the tags.
What tags?
Like you need tags to be able to.
So why don't they
like,
just
to
do
hunt
that?
one alligator?
Oh.
And
Huh?
I'm done talking about the alligator. I'm done.
Anywho, so this
I'm done.
gecko.
You literally
Fucking
hold
shit,
on.
dude.
First
No,
of
no,
all,
no, no,
I'm
no.
gonna
We're
tell you
done.
something.
We're done.
I'm
I'm done talking about the
You're
alligator.
not about.
I'm done talking
you're
about the.
not in
I'll
this
turn my
world.
mic off.
You
If
know
we keep
nothing.
talking about this fucking alligator.
Fine. You're not in this world. You're not in this world. You know nothing, and you're just
Jeez.
always talking out
No,
your
dude,
ass.
you're so
Bro, I'm in
stupid.
this world. You're not.
I'm not the one
I'm in this
justifying
world.
farming.
You're not.
I
I'm in
didn't
this world.
justify farming.
Yo,
I didn't
I'm in this
justify
world.
farming.
I'm in this world. You're not.
I didn't justify farming
Shut
for
up.
the skink trade.
Shut up, vegan.
This guy did.
Shut up, vegan.
This guy
Shut up,
did.
vegan.
This guy did.
I did.
So what other animals did we save to conservation? What did the video say? American alligators,
The bonito gecko.
the mandarin. What is it? The
Okay.
what?
Bonito gecko.
How did they say that one? Do you know? I know
Yo,
what it is. I
look
know
at
what it
him!
is.
Look at this
Yeah.
man!
Hey, it's easy. That
Yo,
was easy.
look at the camera. Look at his fucking vein. Look at it, bro.
There was.
Good.
There's an island off the coast of Puerto Rico. It's called Bonito. Hence why it's called the bonito gecko.
It's
They
on a rock.
introduced rats.
Literally in a fucking rock.
Yeah,
It's a
super
fucking
tiny.
rock, dude.
It's super
a
tiny.
floating rock, dude. Literally.
They introduced rats.
Yes.
I don't know who, but rats were
Boats.
introduced into it. And then the rats were taking care of, like, just destroying everything. Really just doing really, really bad shit to this island. The bonito gecko is one of the casualties. They sent expeditions to go ahead and remove all the rats, and I guess
was
they
it.
did.
That
There are
was
no
it.
more rats.
That was it. The
And
rats
now
were
the bonito
affecting
geckos are
birds,
coming back.
Is
Oh,
what
yeah?
it is. The rats weren't allowing the birds to nest there. That brought the bugs.
Oh, and then
Exactly. So you
Got
take
you.
rid of the rats, birds come back, poop, shit, bring worms and other things there. Shit falls off. Flies come in, all these other shit. So
And the geckos
that brings
can
the food to the gecko.
Yeah.
Yes, there you go.
next one.
I don't remember the next one, but I know the fourth one was
What?
the blue oh my god, the
frog.
iguanas, the Cayman Island
Oh
iguanas.
yeah,
Cayman Island iguanas.
there was
How
a frog in there.
a lot of tourists or a lot of just people living there
Yeah.
would kill off the iguanas with cars or just out of whatever,
Yeah.
eating whatever, until the fact that they were functionally extinct. I think there were only like, they said 24 left in the wild. I'm like, fuck. Through captive breeding efforts of zoos and private individuals, they released some back, and now they're making a comeback. And they're educating the people there, like, hey, when you see a lizard, don't just fucking kill it because you feel like it. You know, don't eat these. We'll give you guys chicken. You know, so that was another effort. And then the last one was the Eastern indigo, which
yes.
to an extent, I don't know if I call it a success story yet. They still have a lot of issues, especially with deforestation of
Yeah.
the longleaf pine habitat. So still not a success story, but there are at least people working on
hard on that fucking
trying to
species.
keep that
Yeah,
species
a lot of fucking
around.
people
Yeah,
on
We
one
did
like
fucking
species.
well, there was
No.
a success quote success story. They found a wild, like fully wild, like the genetics are not. It's not one of the animals they released in the Panhandle. So they've been releasing animals in the Panhandle that where they used to be, where they're not anymore, and they finally found one that wasn't one of the original releases.
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, and I'm like, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
We did it.
No,
We saved reptiles.
you know what we didn't do?
What?
Farm them for meat and skin. That's what we didn't
It's a
do.
whole different animal. This guy has
This
no.
guy.
You have no knowledge on the,
This
on the
guy.
subject.
Cut it.
You have
Cut it.
no.
We're done.
This was the Reptiles with Podcast. Goodbye.
This guy has no fucking knowledge on the subject.